Hello, welcome to the Car Talks. In this Car Talks, I want to talk about learning by teaching. Now, if you follow some of the stuff that I've done for a while, you know that I do a lot of teaching. It's just something that I really just love to do through online courses, through blogging, through articles, whatever medium it takes. I really just enjoy the fact of teaching and helping others. Just like many other people that I've gathered a lot of wisdom and I've gathered a lot of knowledge throughout the years that I've been in IT and in life, really, and I like to give back. I like to really help other people to do that sort of thing. And what I found is there's been times where I've wanted to learn something new. For example, Python. I don't know a lot about Python, but one day I decided I want to learn about Python. So instead of opening up a book or watching some big long online course or reading articles, I decided I'm going to learn by teaching. So I have a lot of different clients that I do freelance writing for, and I approached Ipswich, a blog that I write for, and I said, I want to do some articles on Python. They said, sure. I had no idea what it was, but I committed myself to writing on Python. So I decided to start writing on Python. And through that, I found that the knowledge that I acquired really sank in a lot more than what it would if I was just normally trying to learn it on my own. The fact of having to absorb the knowledge that you get and then writing it down, talking about it, describing it, that act of just kind of talking about what you learned and trying to explain it to someone else, for some reason that just clicks in your brain and it stays in there so much longer than what it normally would if you would just try to learn it on your own and not try to teach it. So teaching somehow has this really way to just solidify the knowledge in your head and the training that you've received from lots of different mediums. So the reason that I say that is because one of the other things, there's so many great things about training and teaching, not only as far as learning, but as far as like being able to just evolve in your career. I mean, I to be honest with you, I was, just recently, as a few years ago, I have, I was just the typical, IT pro sysadmin, go to work, go to work at 8, come home at 5, and just kind of, do my own thing and not really get involved with the community. Yeah. I thought that was all great. Not really do any training or anything like that. And once I started just getting involved with more people and trying to and learn and teaching these things, that really not only helped me learn more, that helped me learn so much more and so much faster than what I would normally have, but it also allowed me to learn more because so many more different opportunities popped up during that time. I mean, that was the time when I started blogging and doing courses and things like that, and that opened up so many different more opportunities for me that I was able to eventually get where I am now, of where I quit my 6-figure job, and I'm loving what I'm doing now. And I really want to stress that to so many different people, of just sharing your knowledge. You have so much knowledge in your head that you don't even realize. Even if you're in a couple years out of college, maybe at a help desk position or a computer tech or something like that, you have knowledge that nobody else in the world has or even has thought about for a long time. That knowledge is valuable, and I really, really, really want people to know this and to just get this, to know that you have so much knowledge in your head, and it helps in so many different ways. You don't have to be an expert. Just like I said with the Python stuff, I don't know anything about Python. All I'm knowing is I'm learning. I have this process that I can go through now to learn something, to where I'll learn and teach. It just automatically comes out, and it's automatic at this point, frankly. because whenever I learn something, I automatically think, oh, I have to write a blog post, or I have to do a tech snip on my new techsnips.io service. I have to do a screencast, or I have to do something like that. I have to give back, and I have to share that in some way. That not only helps me learn things so much faster and so much better and really solidifies that learning, but it's also, helping others. And if you do it right, TechSnips.io, blatant plug right there. If you learn it right, you can also be paid for those sort of things. Your knowledge is valuable. You just have to get it out in your head in some kind of medium, some kind of format, to where you can start sharing that and getting involved in all the other great things that happen when that happens. So if this concept intrigues you, feel free to there's a lot of different ways to do this, to start training. You can start blogging, just start a blog, do some articles. There's a lot of different mediums that you can do. You can do online courses through Udemy, through Pluralsight, through LinkedIn Learning, Lynda. There's a lot of different places. You can do podcasts. You can teach people through podcasts, although it's not really, a podcast really isn't the best way to teach something like code or IT. It's kind of difficult because people need to follow along. But there's a lot of different ways you can get started, and there's a lot of different ways that you can do. Let's see, you can do your video, you can do audio, you can do written text. There's a lot of different. You can get involved. You can do things for free, or you can get paid for things. It's all completely up to you. There's a lot of different options out there. This is a topic that I'm really passionate about, and one of the reasons why I started my techsnips.io service, just to help people through screencasting. That's just one example. So definitely, if you want to take your career to the next level, if you're in IT, if you're in technology in any shape, form, or fashion, if you want to take it to the next level, I highly encourage you to not only do your job. Obviously, you have to do your job, bring in your normal paycheck, but on the side, just take some time, take a few hours every week or something, and try to just give back in some shape, form, or fashion. Because if you do, it's going to help out your career in so many different ways and open up so many different opportunities for you that you may not even have fathomed before. Thanks.